Allow me to speak with you, for it is that time again. Every 25,000 years for the renewal of your way of life. Nuabu, let me speak with you of the beginnings of life before and after the knowledge bestowed upon you of your very own creation and the making of this planet you call Earth and the many other planets of which you have no knowledge of. Your soul, that is, the emotional you, is about to embark upon a journey through time and space within existence, through a time not yet encountered by the human beast. And the human beings, the children of the Allahum, the human being of Hu, creative force of will, and Mim, also Mami, meaning deity of birth, which is another name for Mother Ninti, who gave birth to mortals. The human being of Hu, creative force of will, and Mane, from the Latin spirits of the dead, you shall embark upon such knowledge which has never before been made so clear as this for you by any. Let's start by talking about the beings that existed trillions of Earth years ago, before the pre-Cambrian period, before you human beings were created in the physical form upon the planet Tiamat, now called Earth from the word Iredu. There existed supreme beings of pure green light, ethereal, and sub-supreme beings of the impure amber light, fire. We cannot fully comprehend their beginnings because their time zone is much greater than our ability to comprehend at this point from our third dimensional perspective of harmonic universe number one. But it is the endeavor of the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength and ethereal sciences to open our collective eyes to our time zones that are in and beyond space, that is, non-linear time that exists in the higher dimensions. These supreme beings called Anunnaki or Netaru, whose way of life was called Nuwabu, were endowed by El Kuluhim, the All, the source of all, the all that is, with a superior overstanding, 720 degrees in all, 360 degrees of spiritual or ethereal state, the circle, and 360 degrees of the physical, material state, the square. Glory be to the one appointed, who is called in tones Anu, and on earth El Iloh, known to many by different titles, and the best of which is known to you as Ansars, is Allah, in which he is 360 degrees of the physical world, and the light of this heaven and earth, in which he is also. You should know that eventually the time will come when these supreme beings, Anunnaki, would have to descend upon this planet in order to guide the inhabitants back towards their home in and beyond the stars, thereby helping them to become once again the supreme beings of the pure green light, ethereal energy that they once were. But first, one must be sent to prepare a way, and that one is you and your book of lambs. Your connection to Source, as you channel this divine gnosis, as you open to the higher dimensions and set your feet upon the path to the golden age of the new earth. And once we became rulers over the planet Earth, we gradually forgot our purpose in life was to gain our way back towards the sustainer, the source, to gain our way back towards assimilation into the all that is. But instead, we became engrossed in our own desires, our own egos, lost in pursuit of physical gratification and material gain. We forgot our purity with which we were formed from the spark of source. And as we begin to assimilate that perspective, we no longer see the perspective from the physical, but we identify more and more with our eternal nature. Yes, once we strayed from the original ways of the universe and the spiritual path of our true destiny, of universal right knowledge, of right wisdom, and the right overstanding, and the sound, the right reasoning called Nuwabu. Once we become back to Nuwabu and our source awareness, we are on that path to the golden age and the new earth. Namaste, namaskaram.